The Nintendo 3DS has finally arrived, and with it has come some of the most controversial launch titles ever in the history of gaming perhaps. With the absence of Mario, Zelda, and or other Nintendo big franchises, it really disappoints in terms of its launch title. I personally chose as my first Nintendo 3DS title to be LEGO Star Wars Clone Wars, and I'm going to tell you just what I think about this really disappointing LEGO game. So here we are at the stage select of LEGO Star Wars Clone Wars, where you can just basically collect stats and prepare for your next mission. The hub world, of course, since it's a portable game, it's not that much big to the previous one. You only get like 2 to 3 doors to walk around, so you don't have that immersive, expansive world that you have with the console version. So let's just get straight to the point with the mission mode. As you can see here, loading times are very constant. Going from the hub world to the next stage, it can sometimes take a bit of few load time or a very long load time. You know, it kinda reminds me of Sonic the Hedgehog on the Xbox and PS3 that everyone hated the annoying loading time. Well, I think this one is even more annoying. So here we are, one of the stages of the game. Now, what you're about to see is what basically the entire game is all about. In order to collect studs, you'll just be using the force and every little thing is fine and collect all the studs. Again, you have also the mission of getting the true Jedi level, as you usually came to expect. This is what you're gonna be doing a lot as well. You're gonna be building these special floors that will take you to the next level. Here you have to change to the clone trooper so you can use your cable and go over there. Well, in this case, drop that thing. But it's all going to be about using those special floors or switches, floors and switches. It's all about switches and platforming that goes repetitive and repetitive. You know, it's not that I hate platforming. I love platforming. I love Mario. I love the LEGO Star Wars games on the consoles. They offer really nice, fresh take to the Star Wars franchise, and they deliver variety. Here, however, I'm using the same things over and over again, and I'm doing the same tasks over and over again. So now we're doing the space sequences that, you know, they seem pretty darn great if you think at first, because you're just shooting out all these chips all around, which seems really nice. And up to some point, it's actually really nice and fun. Suddenly you start receiving this incoming missile stuff happening that you don't know what to do and you just blow up. Of course you can do this maneuver, but how are you gonna guess when that missile is coming? Where is it coming from? It's a lucky guess. Aside from that, it's actually pretty darn fun, but again, it gets repetitive when it's used again and again, and does not offer that amount of variety that you come to expect. Another thing is that the new console version of this game lets you get into the big battle starship, for a moment drop and do some on-foot mission and then go back to the ship. Here you just simply cannot do that. It looks good. In some segments it actually gives more depth to the floors and everything around, and on the space sequences it doesn't look too bad either, but it doesn't actually add anything to the gameplay itself. It doesn't bring anything new or interesting in play. So that's actually a very shame that one of the launch titles for the Nintendo 3DS doesn't use this great unique feature to the truly potential it could have been. The cutscenes don't even feature any kind of 3D. They make it seem like they do feature it, but I never saw an actual amazing effect through seeing the cutscene on 3D. It looks better than the DS version, that's for sure. Now it could have been better, even though the lighting is nice and everything, the level design simply sucks. Honestly. It's unoriginal, repetitive, and so similar from one another. They make them seem different, but they all feature doors. It's like if I'm playing some dungeon game of LEGO Star Wars, personally. Now let's hear some of the sound of the game. If it ever loads, of course. It's amazing that there's no loading LEGO going on here, but it's pretty much suggested, I guess. Whoa, I don't know what just happened here. Did we just get the crash or something? Did this game just crash on me? It seems so. Yeah, pretty much the game just crashed on me. This is new. In the middle of the video review, it just crashed. I should lower my score right now. Let me just turn this off. Hoping that the 3DS is still working properly. Now I just turn it on again. And I hope it's working. Because I'll be very darn disappointed. And something just happened here. Maybe. Yep, it's all working nicely. LEGO Star Wars Clone Wars for Nintendo 3DS is technically speaking not a bad game. It's actually a pretty decent game in terms of how it works. It is a simple platformer. The problem is that it's a little too simple compared to the LEGO Star Wars games, like the one on my shirt, that we have played, that offer more variety, more impressive level design. However, we don't see this going on here on this 3DS version of the game. Plus, we also showed you how suddenly it just crashes or has some technical problems on the way that really ruin the experience. LEGO Star Wars Clone Wars on the Nintendo 3DS gets a 6 out of 10.